Okay, guys, we've got another McNees to talk about today. This was loaned in from Cliff up in Alaska. And it's the last one in the series that I have of the McNees right now. So let's just dive right into it. This is the Blue Satin PM MAC-2. And I've done a video previously on the MAC 3.5, which I have out here for comparison. The 3.5 is just bigger. So, yeah, exactly, right? So we'll talk about the differences and whatnot. We'll just stick that off to the side, get rid of the box out of the view there. And we'll talk about this little tiny guy. It's not as small as the McBee, which is also made by them in conjunction with Spyderco. So it is a little bit bigger than that. But yeah, it's definitely too small for my hand to really comfortably use. It's kind of a cool fidgety thing, for sure. I do enjoy that, but I don't know that I would carry this personally on a daily basis. So let's talk about the specs. It's 3 5/8 closed, 6 5/8 overall, 2.98-inch blade with a 2.8-inch cutting edge. It is CPM 20 CV blade steel, 0.149 blade thickness, 0.482 overall thickness, weighs in at 3.2 ounces, and runs on bearings. Nice closing action, amazing action in general. On the open, it's almost like it's assisted. I mean, just barely break the detent and it's flying open. I love that. It is super satisfying as a fidget toy, fidget tool, fidget item. So I do like that. Has a great sound, which is always nice and pleasant. And let's take a closer look. If we will focus. There you go. So a nice satin finish. Hand ground blade, and you know that because it says it on the blade, which is awesome. Nice stonewash finish on the scales, blued jigging on the backside with that faux bolster. Blue on this side with some almost rock texture, but a little bit just different inside the lock bar cutout. It is kind of skeletonized inside a little bit with some speed holes and some dust, which has no extra cost for that, and a titanium clip, just a bent titanium clip. I believe it's titanium clip. I think it says on the card. Let me grab that really quick because now that I'm saying it, I'm second guessing myself. Stainless steel hardware, so I don't know if that's just the screws or what. But anyway, it's a bent clip, and I have an issue with the clip. When you go to put this in your pocket, the ramp is not super... It needs, for me personally, it needs a little bit bigger ramp to go into my jeans. And then as I'm putting it in, right here at the crest of the clip is where the lock bar cutout is. And so every time I try to, I kind of have to force it over my jeans. And then as I'm putting it in, my jeans hang up right there on the lock bar cutout. Now the same thing happens with the 3.5. Not quite as much. And for some reason, this one does go into my pocket slightly better. And I just wear typical jeans. But yeah, the clip, and I did not go back and look at my video on the 3.5, which is a much better size for my hand. I'm sure I talked about the clip back then also as an issue for me. So now granted, I can tweak that clip a little bit myself. If these were my knives, I could absolutely take the clip off and bend it up a little bit so there's less retention and be fine, because there's enough retention. You could bend this out some in such a way, overextend it and kind of tweak it a little bit, and then it would work phenomenal. Okay. So that's not really necessarily a knock on the maker. It's a preference thing. And anybody that has one of these, you tell me how it works for you. So the 3.5 is a little bit more drop shutty. Partially that could be, could tweak the pivot a little bit, could tweak the pivot on this one to make it more drop shut. And there's just more weight in the blade. So that does aid. Typically your bigger knives are going to be more drop shutty because there's more mass out here at the blade. So, all right, so let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. There will be a link to the McNees playlist down below, so you can see the 3.5, you can see the McB, the FMUK, like all the other McNees knives that I have done. The Sharpie and the number 2 pencil. The Spyderco Delica. So I think the Spyderco Delica is small, and this MAC-2 is smaller. So of course it's not going to be my favorite. I do like the very slight recurve in the blade. How about a AA battery and a D cell battery? And what else do we got here? How about the Hellraiser P series? Just because. Any chance I can get to squeeze in a Hellraiser? You know, come on. So there you go. A quick look at the McNees MAC-2. Very cool knife. Very cool design. I really do like it. I love the 3.5. That is really a good size for me. And I would totally carry one of these and just tweak the clip and be good to go. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic day. And please come back tomorrow. There'll be more fun stuff. Thanks, guys.